Hey, what's going on, guys? TalkNorwichCity here, back for another Breakfast with TNC. Walking down the stairs. It's a Monday morning, and it's one of them Monday mornings when you've just had a game at the weekend and you've got another game coming up on Tuesday. I want to keep this Breakfast with TNC fairly chilled. My mum has warned me that there's not much breakfast type food in the house, so we might be exploring into new territory. Anyway, let's get some food and let's have a chilled Breakfast with TNC. Hey, what's going on, guys? TalkNorwichCity here, back for another Breakfast with TNC. I hope you guys are doing fantastically well. For breakfast this morning, it's not really a typical breakfast food. We've got chicken and quinoa mixed in with rice and a chocolate protein shake. I do like these chocolate protein shakes, actually, with milk. They're pretty decent. And a nice little healthy breakfast as well. I've added some salad cream just to give it that much needed moisture, because, you know, there's not much moisture in the chicken, not too much in the rice, just a little bit of salad cream. And you're talking. Anyway, as I said in my intro, I kind of wanted to make this Breakfast with TNC a little bit more chilled, a little less structured, and a little less news-based than normal. Basically, a few things happened over the weekend that I want to talk about, and also we've got a game tomorrow. So in terms of team news and other stuff, there's not really too much. I'm going to be doing my match preview later on today as well, so that will take care of all of that kind of news. But first of all, I want to talk about the whole CEO thing. Jez Moxey leaving and Steve Stone being made interim CEO. Now, a lot of you guys probably don't know too much about Steve Stone. None of us really do. I've read up a bit about him. Basically, he was the financial director of the Gala Bingo, which own Coral. So like Gala's company owns Coral. And that was one of the main reasons we got the Coral sponsorship deal on the Barclays stand, because of Steve Stone. So he comes from a very financially wary situation. He's very clued up there. I tweeted at the weekend, I don't understand the loving with David McNally. I think people forget that everyone seemed to have hated David McNally near the end. I know there was a few people that loved him, and he'd done a fantastic job at this football club. And I think a lot of people think that I hate David McNally. I don't hate David McNally at all. I think David McNally done a lot of good for this club, and actually helped me out quite a bit as well. When I first started this channel, like we're talking years ago, I'm talking when I had like 200 subscribers, David McNally actually emailed me and basically said, just keep up the good work. No one really knows about that. I screenshotted the email and stuck a picture to my bedroom wall, because not many people know about that with David McNally. David McNally, that was a very kind thing to do. It gave me a lot of motivation, because at the time I was like, oh my God, the chief executive knows about my stuff. So that was really good. David McNally at times could be a nice guy. He took us from financial ruin to the Premier League. That whole setup that we had at the time was so brilliant. But I think we parted ties with him at the right time. I don't think he was the man to take us forward anymore. He'd done a lot of bad things as well as good things. And just because we've had Jez Moxey come in, who was woeful, doesn't mean he was suddenly the perfect man. Dave McNally done a lot of bad, but also a lot of good. We got rid of Dave McNally, he's gone. Stop having the love-in with Dave McNally. He's not going to come back, and even if he does come back, I don't think it's the best thing for the club. I think moving forward, under a fresh CEO is the best way to go. Jez Moxey clearly didn't work. We certainly won't be going with it for a man like that anytime soon again. And I think Steve Stone is the perfect balance between kind of a hardened CEO and a very approachable guy. I don't understand why people think you can't be a nice guy and a good businessman at the same time. Some of the best business people I've ever met are also the nicest guys I've ever met. You don't have to be ruthless and cold-hearted to be CEO. He seems very approachable. I think that's a key trait as a CEO. You need to be approachable. You need your staff to buy into what you're doing and be able to approach you and to be able to feel comfortable around you. He's very financially intelligent, so that's a good thing. Admittedly, not a massive footballing background, but wouldn't it be fantastic if we brought in maybe a director of football? Roy Hodgson was a person named. Bring him in, kind of help Steve Stone along with the footballing knowledge, and let Steve Stone take hold of everything else. I think that's the perfect kind of situation for us at the moment. I think that would be the perfect formula to move forwards with, and I think just give Steve Stone a chance. I think he's done a fantastic job in the summer. It seems like he's doing a fantastic job again. He seems very approachable, a nice guy. And I know a nice guy doesn't make a good CEO, but I think Steve Stone is genuinely the man who can take this football club forward. So well done to Steve Stone. I don't hate David McNally. I think he's done a great job with this football club, but there's no going back there in my opinion. The second bit is, what a fantastic win at the weekend. Absolutely brilliant. It was just what Norwich City needed. It was just what Alex Neil needed. It was what the players needed. And exactly what this football club needed. We were in a sorry state of affairs a few weeks ago, and suddenly after 3 wins, a good away win, some good players being brought in, Jez Moxey gone, the club, it just feels a lot lighter to support. Do you know what I mean? It just feels a lot easier to support Norwich City. It's not a chore to go to the games anymore, and it feels a lot better. It's been obvious all season that on paper, this football team is good enough to get promoted. We should be in the top 2. For whatever reason, that hasn't happened. Okay, we'll deal with it. But this football club is good enough, and we have a good enough set of players to go up this season. I blamed Alex Neil a hell of a lot through that streak where we didn't really win many games. And I still don't think he's had the perfect season. That's obvious. We're 7th place in the table, not good for a club like us. But can he turn it around? Look, it looks like the thing I admire about Alex Neil is he genuinely doesn't really care what the fans think. That's maybe sounded wrong. He is so focused in what he wants to do, so focused that you can slag him off all you like and it won't go through him. I'm sure of it. He's got the thickest skin of a manager I think I've ever come across. So Alex Neil seems to be turning it around. He attracted some good players into the club. I'm certainly not saying I'm Alex Neil in at the moment, but at the end of the day, he's not being sacked, so we've got to support him. We've got to support the players, and at the moment, it looks very good. Going into tomorrow's game with Wigan, I'm feeling positive. Wigan haven't been in the best of form. It's another fantastic opportunity to win another one on the road, and I'm feeling good about it. Anyway, that's it for today. I really want to hear your thoughts about the CEO sort of situation with Steve Stone. Do you like him? Or do you completely disagree with me and you want to see Dave McNally back at the football club? I don't know. Opinions welcomed down in the comment section below. I'm going to tuck into a protein feast and I'll see you very soon. Peace out. Once upon a time, a fairy tale.